Hello, we're going to do a little, stability test here to see how well the 3-axis gimbal works on the Fimi Palm Camera. We're going to walk over the bulkhead, over the dune to the beach, and see how steady it is. Kind of walking just normal here. I know a lot of people have like a gimbal walk where you you kind of walk with your legs bent. Seems to help keep it steady. So the gimbal here kind of, I'm still working out the settings for it. It's kind of following here, like I want to keep it straight, but if I change angle, it doesn't change with me. So yeah, some of the gimbal settings on here very different from my Zion smooth 2 and 4 gimbals that I put my phone on. Very uneven coming down here. Maybe I could show the ground here if it'll let me. Yeah, so of course I don't know how stable that looks. I'm on a flat beach now. Let's see here. Let me turn it. See, I don't know why the gimbal, always turns one way or the other. Here comes the police down here. They don't want anybody sitting. You can only be walking in groups. See if I can follow the police car. He's gonna bust up. Maybe it's a bunch of kids down here surfboarding. Maybe he'll get them. Sorry about that. I have this on a lantern here, so see how the selfie test works. Yeah, it's got some strange fouling going on here. I'm going to stop this and change to a different gimbal setting. Okay, I was on gimbal lock, now I'm on gimbal foul. So, I think it's doing a better job of fouling me. As I walk down the beach here to the ocean line, it's a kind of a warm May day here in Margate City. It's about, it's in the 70s today, which is, kind of unusually warm for this time of year. And the wind's not too bad. I brought some drones down here. I'll maybe fly something here in a few minutes. But I'm done with the Fimi Palm test here. So let's end this selfie thing here and let's flip it around. Okay, here we have a big bank of clouds moving in. Let's see how this handles the exposure of the sun, because I've been testing out some drones recently, like the Hubson Zeno 2, which doesn't do a good job at handling exposure. So let's see, if this does any better. Now we're going to take it from the very bright to the normal lighting conditions. And I like this gimbal foul setting much better than that gimbal lock. I don't know what I was locking in on. Wasn't anything I was aiming at. So I think that police car did. Sorry I don't have a zoom on here. I think the police car did bust those surfers up down here that were in big groups. You're allowed to use the beach for exercise, walking, running. I think the surfers are even allowed to surf, but they're just not allowed to, group on the beach and do that type of thing during the coronavirus lockdown here. Like I said, this beach is still open. There's no groups, no sitting, no conjugating. You don't hear that word often. So, all right. So, I'm near the ocean now, so I wonder if my voice can still be heard. A lot of background noise here. It's not big waves today, but waves breaking. I don't know if you can still hear me, but it's just kind of a sound test. And again, how smooth this gimbal is as I'm walking along. I'm not walking quick, but I'm also not doing the what they call the gimbal walk either. Just kind of walking slowly, going down the beach here, down the ocean line. So let's stop this here again. Let's do go catch some of these clouds up here, give you a different perspective. Okay, here's what they call the Superscope settings on the Fimi Palm. This is an extremely wide angle. I mean, I was using the ultra wide angle, but now I went to, this extreme, I forget what I called this already, but this extreme angle here. So does this look any wider to you on the screen here? Is there any barrel distortion? Anything is different about it? I see the police car coming back again. He's really patrolling here. I get my drone out after him here. Well, not after him, but see, because I'm so far away here, I don't really have a zoom here. Let me stop this and go back. Here's what we call narrow here. This is the narrow settings. So I haven't tried this out yet. Here goes the police car chasing away the people here. Yeah, so what do you think of these narrow settings? Sorry if you can't hear me during this ocean noise. I may have to do a voiceover on this thing, but so be it. So again, this is the narrow settings for the angle, the width angle of the camera. Okay, I'm still in there, and I'm walking back, towards the sun this time, where I was walking with the sun at my back before, which usually produces a better image, but we will see. All right. So again, this is a narrow. Everything's on auto settings, auto iOS, auto white balance. Mr. Dr. Auto here. So let me stop this. Okay, now we're just back to ultra wide rather than narrow in the Superscope. This is I'm going to call this is the default setting, this ultra wide, and we're walking again to the bright exposure. We're getting big clouds rolling by right now, so some interesting scenery here. So we're just testing here. Sorry, running out of things to say here. I'm going to stop it again. That's enough. Okay, I'm at a different location in Longport, New Jersey here. So I'm walking over the bulkhead here. As you can see, I can't quite keep the Fimi Palm study in my hand going up and down the steps. And I'm about to approach these dunes here that have this mat on them, but you can see the sand got all under the mat, so you really can't even walk on the mat. It's so bubbly. So I'm kind of walking to the side, and it's like almost climbing a hill here, so you can see how the Fimi Palm I'm holding such a way that you're getting a lot of crazy gyration here. But it's not the pod's fault. It's just you walk on a very uneven surface. I don't think many other gimbal devices could do a whole lot better. So now I'm standing still at the top of the bulkhead here, and I'm slowly panning to the left with the Fimi Palm, and you can see how studied it is. You can see how good the colors are, how well the detail is in the sky there, and same thing, detail in the grass and everything. But here we get to a problem here. The sun is setting behind those buildings, and the overexposure issue is really apparent here for the Fimi Palm.